Y'all, the Knowles family tea keeps getting hotter and hotter, and today we're diving into some drama surrounding none other than Tina Knowles. Both Mathew Knowles and Richard Lawson have made it abundantly clear that there's more to Tina's story, and let's just say, according to them, it's messy. From divorces to allegations of infidelity, colorism, family favoritism, and it seems like Tina is the one who calls the shots, and probably the messiest one of the bunch. Now, we all know that in July 2023, Tina filed for divorce from her second husband, actor Richard Lawson, after 8 years of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences. And child, the split was anything but smooth. She tied the knot with Richard back in 2015 with a stunning yacht wedding. But behind the scenes, things weren't so pretty. Court documents revealed that their marriage had reached an irremediable breakdown, meaning they just couldn't live together anymore. What's crazier is the way that they handled the breakup. Tina agreed to pay Richard $300,000 as part of a separation settlement. And get this, they signed a non-disparagement clause, meaning Richard can't trash talk Tina, their kids, or grandkids. And I know Richard is sitting on some hot tea. Now, the internet said that the divorce didn't really come as a shock, considering Tina's attitude towards Richard. Back in a 2018 episode of Black Love, Tina flat out said Richard was not her dream man, and you could even see the shock on Richard's face.
I envisioned the type of man I wanted, I prayed for the type of man I wanted, and I got pretty much that. Is he perfect? Absolutely not, but you know, he has a lot of the qualities. He has a lot of the qualities that that I love, and we're having a really good time, and I'm enjoying life. So there is hope, women.
And when he tried to chime in, baby sis doubled down, making it awkward AF. And one fan commented, quote, "She settled. She really didn't like him. Tina's the problem," end quote. Ooh. Another person added, quote, "That's the problem. Y'all shouldn't be embarrassed for him. Be embarrassed for her, that she thinks so highly of herself. She thinks it's okay to speak this way about him," end quote. So y'all clearly didn't think that it was a good look, and people have been side-eyeing Tina ever since. So it's no surprise that the divorce papers finally hit the courts. But wait, the drama with Richard goes even further back. Child, listen up. Rumor has it that Tina and Richard's romance allegedly started when she was still married to Mathew Knowles. People have been speculating for years that sis wasn't exactly as loyal as we thought she was to Mathew, especially since she and Richard got cozy rather quickly after her split with Mathew. Like, the ink on those divorce papers wasn't even dry before Tina and Richard were making headlines together. Some fans believe that Tina stayed married to Richard just to spite Mathew after their own messy breakup. While there's no solid proof, it's enough to make fans wonder if their whole marriage was more about revenge than love. Now, Mathew's infidelities were no secret in the industry, and he was out there, y'all. Love, children, affairs, baby mamas, and all the drama you can imagine. Fans have been speculating for a long time that Tina knew about Mathew's dealings and side pieces for years, but chose to turn a blind eye because she had her own thing going on. David Lee Brewer, Beyoncé's childhood vocal coach, wrote in his tell-all book, Beyoncé, Rising Genius, A Teacher and His Prodigy, about Mathew and an alleged affair between Richard and Tina, saying, quote, "Turns out Mathew had escalated to stronger drugs and even stranger behaviors. Rumor had it that nose candy had long since stopped satisfying his thirst, and he had turned to crack," end quote. Child. Then he talked about Tina also cheating on Mathew with Richard, adding, quote, "I soon discovered that although unhappily married, Celestine was not suffering all by herself. Going over to the main house to retrieve my keyboard one afternoon, I happened upon Celestine kissing a man. I recognized him immediately, Richard Lawson, a famous actor. The startled Celestine had no choice but to introduce me. Talk about awkward. She was supposed to be at her salon. I extended my hand to Richard, telling him how much I admired his work," end quote. But that's not all. For years, people have called Tina out for colorism and body shaming multiple times. One of the most shocking stories involves her allegedly telling Ashley Tamar Davis, once a part of Destiny's Child, that she was, quote, "too dark, big, and ugly to be successful in the industry."
And Celestine had a color issue. So this is what she said. Coming back to my apartment to tell me that I had made the right decision, she told me that it was just as well. And this is a direct quote. "Ashley is talented, but she is so big. She towers over the other girls, and she is too dark and ugly.
And this isn't the first time these accusations have come up. Back in the day, when Mathew Knowles was managing Destiny's Child, people noticed how lighter-skinned women seemed to get more shine, and rumors started flying that both Mathew and Tina were doing it on purpose. Mathew Knowles even confessed in 2019 that colorism played a role in Destiny's Child's success. He openly admitted that Beyoncé's light skin helped her rise to stardom a lot quicker than darker-skinned artists. Fans couldn't help but wonder if Tina had a hand in those decisions, especially since she was known to have a strong influence behind the scenes. Child, Tina wasn't about to let the internet just drag her and Beyoncé without clapping back. When people came for Beyoncé accusing her of trying to lighten her skin or appear more white, Tina went off on Instagram. Sis wasn't playing. She addressed the haters head on, saying that they were making, quote, stupid, ignorant, self-hating, racist statements, end quote, about her daughter. And as passionate as she was, I believe it. One fan, clearly not feeling Tina's defense, came in hot saying, quote, as a black woman, every single day I literally have to be prepared to fight all day long. But what's worse is when it comes from my own. Together, we are stronger, end quote. And y'all, the comments section just got messier from there. Another fan fired back with, quote, she strips her skin. Beyoncé wasn't like that in her beginnings. Stop lying. Defend your mother, but we have eyes to see how white her skin is. Why brag about what you're not? Where's the racism and the jealousy? We speak what we see. Shame on you, end quote. Child, they were coming for Tina hard. And then people have also dragged her several times for playing favorites among her own daughters. People have been saying for years that Tina pushed Beyoncé into the spotlight while poor Solange got left in the shadows, even though Solange is just as talented, if not more. And this favoritism didn't just affect their careers, it allegedly created real tension between the sisters. Fans couldn't help but notice how Beyoncé always seemed to have her mom in her corner while Solange was out there grinding on her own. Sis had to work twice as hard to carve out her own space in the music industry. Word on the street is their relationship took a real hit when Beyoncé was working on Renaissance. And an insider told Media Takeout that it was weird how Solange was visibly absent from the project, even though the vibe was right up her alley. And sis didn't even give B a shout out on social media. Even during major career moments like the time she made Grammy history with her Renaissance album, Solange was visibly absent. And can we talk about the Grammy speech real quick? So when Beyoncé won big at the Grammys, she was up there thanking everybody. Mama Tina, Daddy Mathew, Uncle Johnny, her babies, her man, Jay-Z, everybody except Solange. Like, not even a mention, and baby, people noticed. People were like, wait, hold on, where's Solange in all of this? And it only added fuel to the fire for this so-called sibling rivalry. Girl, you know everybody was already talking about how Tina's love for Beyoncé has always been front and center. Tina Knowles may be Beyoncé's mama, but sis has been making her own headlines for years, whether it's divorce drama, colorism accusations, or allegedly favoritism towards her golden child. And one thing's for sure, the Knowles family is far from picture perfect. And while we don't have all the answers yet, one thing we do know is that this tea isn't cooling down anytime soon. But what do y'all think? Drop your thoughts in the comments, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.